Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Shri Radhe. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम प्रभजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्रुत कृष्ण कृपा श्री मूर्ति अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीश्वर प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna everyone. So we are continuously reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Today we are going to read Canto 7, Chapter 7, Text 44 and 45. Text 44. Kim uvyavahitapatya daragaradhanadayah राज्यकोशगजमत्या बृहद्भृत्याप्ता ममतास्पदः. Translation. Since the body itself is ultimately meant to become stool or earth, what is the meaning of the paraphernalia related to the body, such as wives, residence, wealth, children, relatives, servants, friends, kingdoms, treasuries, animals, and ministers? They are also temporary. What more can be said about this? Text 45. Imitairatmanastuchhe saha dehena nashvarai anarther artha sankashair nityanandara sodadhe. Word meaning, translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Word meaning. Kim, what is the use? Etai, with all this. Atmanaha, for the real self. Tuchai, which are most insignificant. Saha, with. Dehena, the body. Nashvare, perishable. Anarthai, unwanted. Artha sankashay, appearing as if needed. Nityananda, of eternal happiness. Rasa, of the nectar. Udadhe, for the ocean. Translation. All this paraphernalia is very near and dear as long as the body exists. But as soon as the body is destroyed, all things related to the body are also finished. Therefore, actually one has nothing to do with them. But because of ignorance, one accepts them as valuable. Compared to the ocean of eternal happiness, they are most insignificant. What is the use of such insignificant relationship for the eternal living being? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Krishna consciousness, devotional service to Krishna is the ocean of eternal bliss. In comparison to this eternal bliss, the so-called happiness of society, friendship, and love is simply useless and insignificant. One should therefore not to be attached to temporary things. One should take to Krishna consciousness and become eternally happy. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे किमितैरात्मनस्तुच्छै सह देहेन नश्वरे अनर्थैरर्थसङ्कषैर् नित्यानंद रसोदधेः. All this paraphernalia is very near and dear as long as the body exists. But as soon as the body is destroyed, all things related to the body are also finished. Therefore, actually one has nothing to do with them, but because of ignorance one accepts them as valuable. Compared to the ocean of eternal happiness, they are most insignificant. What is the use of such insignificant relationship for the eternal living being? So, as Prahlad Maharaj is continuously enlightening his classmate of Gurukul, what is the whole purpose of this birth as a human being? Means everyone has intelligence, all the living beings they have intelligence, though they are born in a demoniac family, but as a friend, as a classmate, he is trying his level best to educate his classmates whatever education he has achieved from his spiritual master Narada Muni while he was in his mother's womb. We all have friends in our life, in our school, in our neighborhood, in our university, from our relatives, cousins, from our workplace. We all have friends, but what is the real meaning of friendship? We can understand here from the lessons of Prahlad Maharaj that it is a duty of a friend to support each other, like we are saying in common, friend in need is friend indeed. But what is the need? We are asking friend to give us a right, to give us money, to give us support, this and that, so many other things. We are asking, we are sharing also. But the real friendship we can see here, Prahlad Maharaj is sharing what he has got from his spiritual master. And on a different level, in a different way, he is trying to share this knowledge with them. And he keep repeating the same thing again and again. Why? Because our intelligence is so blunt that in a one go we cannot understand. We have seen, actually, I have seen in my childhood how I have no idea how many of you have seen. Maybe you have more experience than that. In my childhood, I have seen that some people on a bicycle they used to come house to house to sharpen scissor and knife. So in a wheel, one one instrument was attached with the bicycle, and during the paddling, that wheel was turning, and it has a like a sandpaper kind of thing on a wheel, and on which he was keeping the knife or scissor to make it sharp. Why I'm giving this example? Because in one go we cannot make the we cannot make the knife or scissor sharp. It is a process again and again. Similarly, due to our several birth, our intelligence become blunt. It's not ready to accept the spiritual realization. That's why we are taking so many births, and in every birth, spiritual master is coming to teach us. For a devotee also, it's not important that in this very life I will get the self-realization or the teachings which is coming from my spiritual master. I will accept and follow everything, and I'll go back to Krishna. It is not going to happen, at least to me, in this life. Though I'm trying my level best, and my spiritual master is there, Srila Prabhupada is there, his teachings are there, everything is there. But as my heart, my mind is covered with so many dust from so many births, with so many illusory desires. That is the whole reason, that is the whole point, that my understanding about Krishna consciousness is not so much elevated. Like if you look back in a text 40, I believe, 7740. So sorry, 7742. It says, Sukhaya Dukha Mokshaya Sankalpa Iha Karmina Sadapnota Sadapnotihaya Dukham Anihaya Sukhavritaha. Translation: Prabhupada is saying, in this material world, every materialist desire to achieve happiness and diminish his distress, and therefore he acts accordingly. Actually, however, one is happy as long as one does not endeavor for happiness. As soon as one begins his activities for happiness, his conditions of distress begin. It sounds like contradictory. As long as I'm not trying to achieve happiness, I'm happy. But as soon as I try to achieve more happiness, I become distressful. Like other day, Harichakra Prabhu was giving example of 99. That's a perfect example to understand how we human beings are inviting unhappiness in our life. I would like to go little in a detail to explain about the story of 99, as the I have heard a different version of this story. Like a person in a kingdom was very happy, though if you look outwardly, he was not rich. He doesn't have a very nice, beautiful house. He was like a hand to mouth. He was making every day his earning, but still he was very happy. So the king, he was very astonished to see that how come this person doesn't have so much facility, but still he's so much happy. So he asked his minister, what is the reason for his happiness? Why he is not in a distress? So minister says because he is self-sufficient. That's why. But there is a situation, if you can bring situation in his life, he can be in a distressful situation. Then the minister, he make a plan. He planted a bag of 99 gold coins on his doorstep in the middle of the night. So when the next morning, this poor villager, when he wake up, he find that a bag is there outside of his door, and when he is counted, it has 99 gold coins. He said, no, 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 it cannot be 99. Let me count it again. So he counted many times, and it comes 99. So 99 is not a complete figure, he understood. I must make it 100. And making gold coin is not easy even today. One has to work hard to buy a gold coin from the market. So he start working hard day and night, so he can buy one gold coin. And as soon as he start working so hard to buy one gold coin, though he has 99 already in his possession, which he can utilize, but he didn't look after that. His ambition was how to make one gold coin. So as soon as he starts so much endeavor to put so much endeavor to make one gold coin, his happiness disappear from his life. The similar thing is happening with us. The Lord has given so much facilities, but we don't pay attention towards them. We are so much ignorant that we are hankering what we don't have. And we are so much entrapped, we are so much misguided by the modern society that we think if my neighbor has Apple Watch and I don't have an Apple Watch, so my situation is much lower than him or her. So I work hard to buy an Apple Watch. If I have an Apple Watch today, then I will wait for the September. When the month of September, October will come, Apple going to launch new version of Apple Watch, and my ambition would be to have that new version, the new edition of watch. This is the reason of distress. We all try to show ourselves rich, not to satisfy ourselves, to satisfy the society. That is the biggest reason of unhappiness in this material world. But here Prahlad Maharaj is describing that even if you look the text 44, what he is saying that is really is mind-boggling, the statement he has given. He's saying, since the body itself is ultimately meant to become stool or earth, what is the meaning of the paraphernalia related to the body, such as wives, residence, wealth, children, relatives, servants, friends, kingdoms, treasuries, animals, and ministers? They are also temporary. What more can be said about this? So whatever is related with this body is so temporary. Like we have experience also, as soon as the somebody passed away in the family or in a relation, we don't consider that person is gone. We see, oh, this is the body of Mr. or Miss such and such. We have to make the arrangement for burial or to burn or to cremation, because intelligence will start giving us the information. If you are not going to cremate the body, if you're not going to bury the body, after certain hours it will start smelling, it will decompose. But few hours ago that body was getting so much love and care, this and that. But as soon as the soul left the body, now this body is useless. And whatever related to the body is also useless. Many people they throw away all the clothing, everything belongings, the food stuff, the medicines, the clothing, the shoes, the bed, everything whatever related with that person, we start throwing it out. But we don't throw one thing related to that body, property and jewelry, valuable things. Then start sharing. I will take his watch, I will take his suitcase, I will take that ring, I will take the necklace, this and that. We start sharing all things. And the body itself is lying on the floor. Nobody care about that. If soul could see and could come back to the body, will see the situation, how people they are fighting over the body, that what is my share from this person. He will feel so sorry that what I have done throughout my life. I was thinking they are my relative, they are my family. They will love, they will live with the love and harmony. But it is not happening. That exactly Prahlad Maharaj is describing. No matter how much kingdom, how many wives, how much wealth you have, once you left the body, you are useless. That is the whole point. And in this material world, in the name of development also, there are so many categories are there. The world leader, they have divided this world into three categories: underdeveloped, developing, and developed country. But in which sense? What is the parameter of such development? The parameter of such development is how much sense gratification, how much source of sense gratification is provided in your nation. That's how we are also categorizing the star level in hotels. This is a 3-star, 5-star, or 7-star hotel. Simply how much facility that hotel have. According to that, we are giving, not we, but certain board, certain committee, they are giving that star status, how much facility they have. Similarly, they are giving the same kind of a star status to the different nation, whether it is a developed, underdeveloped, or developing country. That how much so substance gratification is there. Every nation worldwide, they have certain religious principles they follow. Some of the country they have multiple, some of them have one or two. But if the nation or the leader will start giving the facility of spiritual awakening to their citizens, and on the basis of that, if they will start giving the label as a developed, underdeveloped, or developing country, the world scenario will be changed. How much my citizens they are advanced spiritually. According to that, my country is developed or developing or underdeveloped. But it is not happening. We are measuring this situation. How much nuclear weapon do we have? How large my army is? How much wealth I have in my treasure? We are making the comparison on such physical facilities, which is absolutely temporary. And this thing is happening because the consciousness level, most of the people, world leader, that is, consciousness level is on a different level. There are 5 levels of consciousness. But most of them, they are not developed spiritually. They are developed even, they are developed enough how to make or how to gain or how to utilize the sense gratification. According to the Shastra, I was trying to look out where I could find this reference, which I had heard long ago in one of the class, so still I remember. The consciousness level can be compared with a flower. And as the class was in the Bengali, so still I remember those Bengali words. I need to find out how they say in English and where this verse is. So the consciousness level has a five state, and it is compared with a flower is Akshadit, Mukulit, Ardha Vikasit, and Purna Vikasit. Akshadis means fully covered. So the Chetana or the consciousness of those living beings which have a body like stone, their consciousness level is absolutely covered just like a bud of a flower, which is absolutely covered, you can't see anything. Then it's a Mukulit. After Akshadit is a Mukulit. Mukulit level of a bird is little opening of the flower, like a tree. They have consciousness, but they can't protect, they can't move. They can feel it, but they can't express. That is Mukulit. Then Ardha Vikasit is, is the beginning of the development. This kind of consciousness level is in an animal. They can they can try to protect themselves, but still they don't realize the purpose of their life. Then it's a Vikasit, it's a half bloomed flower. It is not fully bloomed, it's a half bloomed flower. That consciousness isn't a human being, but still, this human being, they don't understand what is the real purpose of life. And most of the human being, sadly, they have this understanding like my life is meant for sense gratification, to enjoy this world. This is their understanding. And Purna Vikasi, that is the final stage of flower when they are fully bloomed. That is the situation of a devotee who has surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no matter whatever the religion they are following. If they are fully surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and living their life according to the Shastra and the teachings of the spiritual master, then their life will be successful. And when they are hankering, when they are looking for the real love for Lord, and their endeavor is to how to achieve the Krishna Prem, those people are known as a fully bloomed flower. That is the level of consciousness. As it is says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Atmendriya Pritivancha Dhare Bole Kam, Krishnendriya Priti Ichha Dhare Prem Naam. As long as in the form of human, I'm trying to satisfy myself, my senses, that is material desire, Atmendriya. But as soon as I try to satisfy Krishna, Krishnendriya Pritivancha, as soon as I try to satisfy Krishna, that is known as love. This is the difference. And we see from the Shastra also, Shastra is giving so much example to us, the Vedas, they have so much example to us that how much elevated people, the royal, including the royal family people, they are also engrossed in sense gratification. It is not that they are lower stage of life. They are example for us to learn from them. Like there is another example is from the Shastra, is King Yayati. King Yayati was married with Devayani, who was daughter of Shukracharya. But the sense gratification is so powerful, the desires are so powerful that he was engaged with the servant of Devayani. When Shukracharya came to know that Yayati is engaged with the servant of Devayani, he cursed him to become old man prematurely. So after getting the curse, still Yayati, his mind was not giving him the right information. Now he was asking all his son, can I exchange your youth with me so I can enjoy little more? So his youngest son, Puru, agreed. And then Yayati exchanged his youth with his son Puru to enjoy this material world little more. This is the situation. We are in this modern society, we are trying to do the same thing. We see the modern science, they are keep giving us the advertisement, take this pill, take this diet. There's another thing to being healthy, but there's another thing to keep ourselves young. So there are so many things, tightening your skin, hair implant, do this exercise. Why? To stay young. Why you wanted to stay young for a long time? So I can enjoy my senses. The whole purpose is how much I can enjoy these senses, not how I can be utilized more for the social development to enjoy my senses. If you look all the celebrities in their 70s and 80s, they have a fully grown hair. They have a nice tightening skin. I don't know what they call Botox, something like that. They are doing this thing to make their skin more glowy and young. What is the whole purpose? You left your body and within an hour it will be go for cremation or under the burial ground. But no, their senses are their mentality is so much in a sense gratification. They don't understand the utilization of this body, what Lord has given to them. We can see another example is there. Hitler sent his people to find the remedy or find the secret to become immortal. So he sent his people to Himalayan region in Tibet and all the places because he has information that the people in a Himalayan area they live longer than other people. They know the secret of immortality. So he sent his people to go and find out what is the process to become immortal. Rather than in those areas still they practice Buddhism a lot. If the people would come back and give him the secret of immortality is to accept spiritualism. No, they were all looking for the medicine how to become immortal. And there is also one very interesting point. Prahlad Maharaj is sharing the knowledge how to become immortal with his friend by surrendering to Lord Vishnu. On the contrary, his father Hiranyakashipu is, has done severe austerity to Lord Brahma to become immortal. So he cannot be killed. So he did austerity to make his body immortal. But Prahlad Maharaj, his son, is giving teacher how to become immortal simply by surrendering Krishna. So this is the best example. Like if you look at our Acharya, if you look Srila Prabhupada or his spiritual master, they left their body long ago. But still we are chanting, we are glorifying, we are reading their commentary, their lessons every day. This is actual immortality. As long as the devotees they are going to exist in this material world, and they will practice Krishna consciousness, these all great acharyas, they will be immortal. Alexander the Great, he set out for world victory. And at the end, he realized that whatever I have achieved in my life, they are all useless. So he told his ministers, after my death, when you are going to take my body, make sure that my both hands are hanging outside. So world could see that I didn't took anything with me. Everything is left here. So these all examples are there in a history, but still we are not taking lessons. Still people, according to their influence, according to their capacity, they are trying to do something to become immortal. This is this is lack of pure intelligence. Intelligence can be polluted by the association, by our day-to-day practice. And polluted intelligence could be in three stages: awaken, illusion, or subconscious. That also happens due to the of the association of the people to whom we are going to meet in our life. Like we say, we know everything. Like people, they are passing out from the same institute, from the same college, from the same university. Somebody is working in like Walmart or gas station. Somebody is running business, and someone is very, very successful. Why it's happening? Is the same institute, same curriculum, same teachers. So why this thing is happening? It's just because the students who are interested to make progress in their life, according to their wish, according to their thirst to make progress in their life, they are achieving the success. Some of them fail, some of them ended up in a Walmart or gas station. Some of them, they are creating a big companies and become okay. This is, of course, this is a materially um, development we can see. Similarly, like so many people, they are coming in a Krishna consciousness, but how many of them are fixed in a Krishna consciousness? Every year we are distributing thousands and thousands of Bhagavad Gita. Tirelessly devoted, they are doing Harinam, distributing Prasadam, distributing books. But how many of them are becoming a real devotee of the Lord? But as as Lord is saying in in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Jare Dakho Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesh, Amar Agya Guru Hoya Taro Edesh. Whoever we meet, we should share the teachings of Lord Krishna. So this is our endeavor. Somebody has put their energy to preach us. So we are practicing Krishna consciousness. Similarly, this is our job being an initiated devotee. This is more responsibility for us to preach, to teach about Krishna consciousness, whoever may meet. That's why we are giving prasad, we are giving book, we are giving our togetherness, we are giving our love and affection. Like there was a seminar for the astrologers few days back. So they were here to conduct their own program, but they wanted to do the program in some auspicious place which has a positive vibe. And after the conclusion of their program, they sent us message that we were so happy to be here. The way they get warmth, friendly atmosphere, and hospitality, it was overwhelming for them. This is what exactly in Krishna consciousness movement's main object. Whoever we meet, we should try to give them the love of Krishna. We should show them the path how they can make progress simply by surrendering to Krishna. And life can be more meaningful, can be more attractive. And To set up the same thing and to give the same knowledge, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he appeared in this material world. And we are so fortunate that we have that intelligence, we have that association, we have that facility that we can celebrate Lord Chaitanya's appearance day. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, according to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori, Sapashadasya Dhama Saha Avatori. To shower his causeless mercy upon the fallen soul, Lord, he manifests in this material world time to time to share the pastimes with us and give us his sweetest love by experiencing that love and company, one jiva, a soul, can elevate it to Krishna consciousness. So I would like to add some more points from Chaitanya Charitamrita before asking your input or your support to elevate me also. So I will pull up today Darshanarthi 8:30. So I will pull up from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 3, text 18. सृष्टि स्वरूप और सामीप्य सालोक्य सायुज्य न लय भक्त यत ब्रह्म ऐक्य. These liberations are Sasti, Sarupya, Samipya, and Salokya. Devotees never accept Sayujya, however, since that is oneness with Brahman. So Mahaprabhu is explaining us Juga Dharma Pravartamu Nam Sankirtan Chari Bhav Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. This is the real reason why Lord Chaitanya he appeared. He is saying, I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age, Nama Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. আপনি করিমু ভক্ত ভাব অঙ্গীকারে আপনি আচরি ভক্তি শিখাইমু সবারে. Translation: I shall accept the role of a devotee and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself. In a purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning, when one associates with a pure devotee, he becomes so elevated that he does not aspire even for Sasti, Sarupya, Samipya or Salokya, because he feels that such liberation is a kind of sense gratification. Pure devotees do not ask anything from the Lord for their personal benefit. Even if offered personal benefits, pure devotees do not accept them because their only desire is to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by transcendental loving service. No one but the Lord Himself can teach this highest form of devotional service. Therefore, when the Lord took the place of the incarnation of Kali Yuga to spread the glories of chanting Hare Krishna, the system of worship recommended in this age, He also distributed the process of devotional service performed on the platform of transcendental spontaneous love. To teach the highest principles of spiritual life, the Lord Himself appeared as a devotee in the form of Lord Chaitanya. আপনে না কইলে ধর্ম শিখানো না যায় এই তো সিদ্ধান্ত গীতা ভাগবতে গায় Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 321 Mahaprabhu saying, unless one practices devotional service himself, he cannot teach it to others. This conclusion is indeed confirmed throughout the Gita and Bhagavatam. So this is the reason why Lord He appeared. So He will practice Himself and He will teach others how to practice Krishna consciousness. And his next verse is quoting from uh, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is quoting from Bhagavad Gita, which says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijam meham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice or descendant of Bharat and a predominant rise of a religion, at that time I descend myself. So, which Lord Krishna already have declared 5,000 years ago that when there is a decline in the religious practice, I appeared myself. So, Lord, He appeared as a form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bestow His mercy upon all the falling souls and and to show us by His personal example how to do practice or how to practice Krishna consciousness. Like in previous verses, He's saying, if I will not show them how to do this or how to practice Krishna consciousness, who else will do? So we are so fortunate that Mahaprabhu has appeared personally to teach us. Like in previous verse, Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 3, text 21, he is saying, আপনে না কইলে ধর্ম শিখানো না যায় এই তো সিদ্ধান্ত গীতা ভাগবতে গায় Unless one practices devotional service himself, he cannot teach it to others. This conclusion is indeed confirmed throughout the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. And that is the same example we can see in the present spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada, that how tirelessly they are working day and night and showing us and setting up the example for us that how by doing the devotional services one can achieve the Krishna Prem. So I would like to request you, so please put your thoughts and make this conversation more enlightening. Thank you, Hare Krishna. And today the Darshanarti, as I was told, it will be 8:30, so we have a time to continue this conversation. So we have a Surapal Prabhu who is he is going to enlightening us.
Thank you so much for your enlightening wonderful class. It was really very inspiring. You brought quite a lot of wonderful points that um, inspired me to think more about making progress in Krishna consciousness, especially because the value is useless and everyone was connected to this value is useless and it's temporary. So what's the use of investing in this? It was very inspiring. So I want to share with 2 points. One point is from my recent trip from India back to US. It was quite long, but particularly I'm thinking about one incident that happened in Delhi airport. Dubai. I don't remember. And somewhere there. And there was one Mexico, I mean, whatever. So there was one gentleman, looks like Indian. So we struck up conversation because our luggage was in Berlin. So our luggage was not according to requirements in sense of the measurement and the weight. So therefore, we want to strike conversation to distract his attention, and we can somehow manage. So, and my wife, was asking me questions. "Where are you from Bangladesh. Oh. And then we start, talking about Krishna consciousness, this and that. And then my wife, concluded, I heard the survey, the world survey that people from Bangladesh are considered as not happy in the world. And he just, and then from this, grave facial expression, smile to the end. And he started to explain that, yeah, because people in Bangladesh, they live in very simple way. They don't chase, all the goods that we are chasing in the West. So therefore, having no much, they are interested only with simple living. So therefore, they are happy. So this is exactly what you read from Srimad Bhagavatam. That we are as long happy as we start with this idea to chase after happiness. So then our misery is starting. So these people, but when I was observing this conversation between my wife and this April, gentleman, yes, clerk. So I didn't notice, that smile from the very beginning, that the expression of the happiness or peace had just only during this conversation and we were praising his country, then there was some some symptom of pleasure or peace or happiness. So this is connected with another point that you mentioned, uh, and this is quite um, amazing or inconceivable phenomenon. You mentioned that people have intelligence. Their intelligence is polluted because instead of chasing after self-realization progress, they are chasing after sense gratification, unfortunately. But intelligence is there, pointing out that we have all this facility. Guru Maharaj is there, Shaprabhu is there, Shastras are there, Sadhus are there, everything is there. Even our intelligence is there. So we are capable to understand, like you mentioned this point, that so many books are distributed, so many people get Bhagavad Gita. Still, they're reading, but somehow or another they are not getting. Maybe intellectually they are able to understand because they speak English or whatever. So they are able to intellectually understand and even give eloquent, wonderful classes, still by the action and or behavior indicate that this understanding is covered. So you inspire me analyze this when we was talking, why is like that? We are able to understand, we are able to even repeat in a very eloquent way. But our life doesn't indicate that we actually follow very strictly this what we learn or what we are repeating. So the end of your class indicates that by practicing Krishna consciousness, we purify consciousness by devotional services. By devotional by services. Devotional service. So when when consciousness is pure or purified, so we are getting determination, not only intelligence, but determination to follow what we learn. Otherwise, it's just like Shabra mentioned, we are just acting like parrots. We're just repeating what we learned, but without a deep realization of what we're talking about. So thank you so much for giving this input to understand this very beautiful phenomenon and very inconceivable phenomenon, a beautiful part. Thank you so very much, Prabhu, for your input. I would like to, if anybody from the online, they would like to add some point. Still, we have much time in our hand. Hare Krishna. Please, you can open your mic and you can share your experience.
But we can. Thank you so very much. So I would like to conclude the class here today. Hare Krishna. And once again, I wish you all the best on the auspicious occasion of God Purnima. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. God Purnima Mahamahotsav ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki